Well, welcome back, everybody. We're going to do a review on the Go Wild Summer Pass today that we used all summer and really enjoyed. So we're going to go over some of the highlights and things we thought about it.
Yeah, so we're at the end of summer, so that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. We had a lot of fun with it, though. We went on 3 trips. Mm-hmm. We went to Las Vegas, and we went to Denver twice.
We went to Denver twice, visited different spots in Colorado, flew into the Denver airport.
Yeah. And what do you think of, we'll start off with, our first trip was to Vegas. What do you think of that?
It seems like that was so long ago.
Yeah.
I was not impressed with the first flight. I remember there were lots of delays, and I thought I was going to miss my Katy Perry.
Yeah. I don't know why you thought we'd be that late. But I remember I was not happy. I just wanted to get there. I think it was getting late, and we were on the plane a long time, and long delay. That's that delay where we had with the pilot didn't do his flight path or something.
Yeah, and our neighbor Dale, hi Dale, say hi to Dale. Hi Dale. Our neighbor Dale says that if you're flying Frontier, you have to either fly to Orlando or Denver in order not to have long delays, and he might be right.
Yeah, I mean, we got there, and it was still a fun trip. So I think the way back was, I don't remember anything wrong with the way back. I think the way back was fine.
No, there was a short delay.
Oh, there was a short delay too.
Yeah.
Wasn't it weather related or something?
No, that was a different flight.
I don't know.
We've traveled so much this summer, he can't keep it all straight.
But it was good. It was good. That was our first trip. And then our second trip, we went out to Denver again and did all the Pikes Peak stuff.
We did. Mm-hmm. And I think there was a short delay on that flight as well.
Yeah. Not bad.
But our best flight with Frontier, honestly, was our last flight.
Yeah, we just got back from another trip last weekend.
No delays on that flight.
No.
And believe it or not, they had the nicest air stewardesses. What do you call them? Or do you still call them stewardesses?
Sure. They call them flight attendants.
Yeah, I mean, it was the best flight attendants we'd had on a Frontier flight. It was a guy and 2 ladies, and they were both really nice.
Well, unfortunately, you don't get anything.
You don't really use them.
You don't get anything. You don't get the peanuts. You don't get the pretzels. You don't get the free soda. You get nothing. But you do get there.
You do get there,
and it doesn't cost that much. So, speaking of the cost, it cost us $3.99. I just looked up $3.99 a piece to fly as much as you want, and then it was a penny a flight, plus whatever the taxes are at each airport. They were all $15 at each airport. So it ended up being $60 round trip every time we went per person. Kind of did the math on it. It comes out to be, what did I say it was?
$193.
Like $193 per. So still a little high for Frontier, because if you look at Frontier, they have a lot of cheap flights. So, but without it, we wouldn't have done any of those trips.
That's true.
So,
but I did talk to a lady at the airport and asked her, how much did you pay for your flight? And we told her we had the Go Wild pass. And she indicated that her round trip pass with all of her taxes and fees came out to be, I think it was like $120. So she actually got a better deal not having the pass than what we did.
And she had luggage.
And she traveled with luggage.
Yeah. So, I mean, the more you travel, the less that goes down. So we were able to do 3 trips. And originally the rules were you had to book, the day before, which was nice because they kept changing that. So they kept changing it every once in a while where you could book ahead of time. And that's how we were able to do it. Whenever we found that we could book ahead of time, that's when we were able to do it. If they would have kept the rule where you only could book the day before, that would have been very difficult. We might have not been able to go anywhere. But
yeah, we still have jobs.
Yeah. So
jobs.
If they keep doing this, I'd like them to just say that you can book any time, get the pass and book any time. That would make things a lot easier. But they did leave it open, like I said, a lot to where you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, and our last flight, they actually allowed, I don't know why, but they allowed us to have carry-on luggage.
Oh.
We didn't take advantage.
No.
Well, we kind of did on the way back.
Well,
we had 2 bags.
Bag. Yeah.
But we didn't really take advantage of that.
No, I think it was a coupon. I saw when I was doing it, they were doing that week. If you got a flight, you get a free carry-on. I didn't realize it wasn't very. It didn't say it very well if we got it or not, and I didn't realize we even got it until we got our boarding pass. So it would have been nice to know that we had that carry-on, because I could have brought like my drone or something. But anyway, we still brought our little bags, and they fit perfectly. And there's plenty of clothes and things that you need, because we only go on short little weekend trips.
Make sure you watch the packing video.
Yeah.
That is very helpful if you're taking a Frontier or Spirit Airlines flight.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much you can put in those bags.
And they are very strict on that policy. We saw a lot of people get stopped at the gate because a lady would have a purse and a bag, and they would not. It's one personal items, and a purse counts as a personal item, so they wouldn't allow both.
And a lot of times your carry-on bag costs you more than your plane trip, so almost twice as much sometimes, depending on how much you paid for it, because the flights are really cheap. But then you pay for carry-on, that's where they get you, so no, don't pay for anything.
So maybe if we were retired and we were traveling, twice a month or 3 or 4 times a month, then it may be worth it.
Yeah, we could just jump on a plane and go.
And just go. Yeah. But, having jobs and not being nomads, I think it's a little harder for us.
Yeah, I mean, we squeezed in 3 trips. It wasn't easy. I mean, the last trip...
And that's on top of other trips we took with other airlines.
Yeah.
We flew 2 other airlines this summer.
Yeah, but like I was saying, that the last trip was just... I had a weekend off and we did it. So, things like that. If ever we could find the time off. But if we, had all the time in the world, I think we could use it a lot.
Mm-hmm. So. And it'd be more cost effective.
Yeah, every time you use it. Average goes down.
So would I fly Frontier Airlines again? Would you fly Frontier Airlines again?
Cheap.
I would fly it if it was a nonstop flight to Denver or Florida or Cancun.
Only nonstop flights.
Only nonstops. Would you buy the pass again?
If we had more time, yeah.
If we had more time.
I think we would.
So the pass is what we did pay $3.99, and they say, when we first we canceled our pass now. So this is our wrap up. And at first they said, it's $999 to renew. So we're not going to pay $999. So we canceled it. But then a week later, we got an email that said what, Andy?
That we could renew again for $3.99 again?
Yeah, they wanted us to come back and renew for $3.99 again. Yeah.
And it might have been more than $9.99. I have to look. It might have been $1,200. One of them was $9.99. One was $1,200 for the year. I can't remember how much it was. But that's if you just let it renew. It's quite expensive, so...
So overall, not a bad airline. The first flight was
terrible.
Was terrible. Overall, with all 3 flights, I would rate them average.
Yeah, it's average. It's cheap. It's a cost-effective flight. It's what they call low-budget airlines. You get there. So, if you don't want your sodas and your peanuts and your extra leg room and all the stuff, and you just want to get there, do it. You get there. Mm-hmm. Take a direct flight. Don't take any. Don't get any transfers or anything like that, because
those have long delays.
Yeah, you won't get there on time. But they're cheap. So
yeah,
it gets you there.
That is our review of our Summer Go Wild Pass. If you have any questions, make sure you ask them in the comments below, and we'll answer what we can.
All right, everybody. We'll keep traveling and enjoy.
Stay tuned. There's more traveling in our future, even if it is or without the Go Wild Pass, which we haven't determined if we're going to renew yet.
Don't know.
We'll see.
All right.
Stay tuned.